Ever wondered how a simple, unassuming oyster can create something as stunningly beautiful as a pearl? It's a story of defense, patience, and a little bit of natural magic. Let us dive deep into the world of these incredible marine creatures and uncover the secrets behind one of nature's most prized jewels. So, how does it all begin? It's a common belief that a grain of sand is the culprit, the tiny intruder that kicks off the whole pearl-making process. But surprisingly, that's mostly a myth. While it could happen, it's extremely rare. The real story is often much more lively. The process usually starts when a tiny organism, like a parasite or a piece of shell or fish scale, manages to slip inside the oyster's shell. Now, imagine if you got a splinter in your finger. It's irritating, right? You'd want to get it out. An oyster feels the same way about this intruder. It can't just spit it out or push it away with tiny oyster hands. So it has to do something else. This foreign object gets lodged in a very sensitive part of the oyster called the mantle. The mantle is a special organ that lines the oyster's shell, and its main job is to produce the material that makes the shell bigger and stronger. This material is called nacre, also known as mother of it. Faced with this persistent irritation, the oyster's defense mechanism kicks into high gear. It begins to coat the intruder with layer upon layer of this nacre. Think of it like building a smooth, protective prison around the annoying object to soothe the irritation. This isn't a quick process. The oyster meticulously secretes thin, concentric layers of nacre, which is made of microscopic crystals of a mineral called aragonite, held together by an organic protein binder called concholan. It's this unique combination and the way the layers are formed that gives a pearl its signature luster and iridescence. As light passes through these countless, microscopically thin layers, it bends, reflects, and refracts, creating that beautiful, deep glow that we find so captivating. The color of the pearl itself depends on the species of the oyster and even the water it lives in. This can result in pearls ranging from the classic white and cream to more exotic shades like pink, black, blue, and gold. For a wild pearl to form, it takes years, sometimes even a decade, of this patient layer-by-layer construction. The oyster continues adding nacre as long as it lives, so the longer the intruder is inside, the larger the pearl becomes. Finding a wild pearl of significant size and perfect shape is incredibly rare, which is why they were historically so valuably was like finding a needle in an oceanic haystack. Now, you might be thinking, if wild pearls are so rare, where do all the pearls we see in jewelry come from? This is where human ingenuity meets nature's process. Welcome to the world of cultured pearls. At the turn of the 20th century, pioneers in Japan, most famously Kokichi Mikimoto, perfected a technique to kickstart the pearl-making process on demand. In pearl farming, skilled technicians carefully open a live oyster and make a tiny incision in its mantle. Then they insert a small bead, often made from polished mussel shell, along with a tiny piece of mantle tissue from a donor oyster. This piece of tissue is the key, contains the cells that will secrete the nacre. The bead acts as the nucleus, the perfect irritant for the oyster to start coating. These seeded oysters are then returned to the water, placed in protected underwater farms. They're cared for and protected from predators and disease while they do their natural work. Over the next several months to several years, the oyster covers the nucleus with nacre, just as it would in the wild. The longer the oyster is left to work, the thicker the nacre, and generally the higher the quality and value of the pearl. When the time is right, the pearls are harvested. It's a delicate process. Each oyster is brought up and opened to reveal the treasure inside. It's a moment of truth for the pearl farmer. Will it be a perfectly round, lustrous gem, or something less ideal? The shape, size, color, luster, and surface quality all determine the pearl's value. Not every oyster produces a perfect pearl, which is why high-quality cultured pearls are still precious gems. There are also different types of cultured pearls. Freshwater pearls are grown in mussels in lakes and rivers, and a single mussel can produce dozens of pearls at once. Akoya pearls, the classic round white pearls, are from Japan and China. And then you have the luxurious South Sea pearls from Australia and the Philippines. Known for their large size and silvery white luster, and the exotic Tahitian pearls, famous for their natural dark colors, often called black pearls. So, from a tiny parasite causing a bit of trouble to a carefully implanted bead in a pearl farm, the creation of a pearl is a remarkable biological process. It's a testament to how a living creature can turn a source of irritation into an object of breathtaking beauty. It's a perfect example of nature's ability to create something precious and enduring from a simple act of self-preservation. Next time you see a pearl, whether it's on a necklace or in a ring, remember the incredible journey it took. It's not just a gem. It's a story of defense, resilience, and years of quiet, hidden work by one of the ocean's most fascinating creators. A true natural wonder, built one shimmering layer at a time. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of pearls. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the wonders of our world. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next video.